guys, today I'm going to be showing you how I got this super simple fall-friendly makeup look. It has a little pop of color, of course some golden glow, and this video is in collaboration with and sponsored by Covergirl. I am so incredibly excited to be working with them. I'm going to be showing off their brand new Covergirl Peacock Flare Mascara, and you know how much I love mascara. This leaves my lashes looking super fanned out and full. I am loving it, so let's go ahead and get started. For my face, I'm using the Covergirl Vitalist Elixir foundation. I'm wearing this today in the shade Golden Tan. I have a full review on this if you'd like to see it in action. I'll link to it down below, but spoiler alert, as I am using it again, I did really like it. It has a nice kind of buildable coverage, SPF of 20, but most importantly to me, it did not break down on my oily skin, so I'm just kind of building up the coverage here to about a medium, close to full coverage. To set my face, I'm using the Covergirl Outlast All Day Matte Finishing Powder. I really like this. It does a good job not only to set my face, and it's good for blotting actually throughout the day, but I actually feel like it does help keep my skin more matte, and it doesn't matter that winter is coming, the oils are still coming through. On to blush, I'm using the Covergirl True Blend Blush. This one is in the shade Deep Mauve, and it's kind of like just a perfect fall shade. I've been so into like pinky, purple, mauve-y kind of muted things lately, and it has a little bit of a sheen to it, but no glitter. Moving on to the brows, I'm using the Covergirl Brow Liner Powder, and I've talked about this before because it has really good wear time. If you ever have issues with your brows kind of disappearing and going missing throughout the day, definitely give it a try. And as you'll see, I like to use my fingers with my brows. I feel like I never see other people doing that. But anyways, the Covergirl Brow and Eye Makers Pencil, using that to kind of fake some fluffiness towards the front of my brows, just add a little bit more definition. And then to set everything in place, I'm using the Covergirl Easy Breezy Brow Shape and Define Gel. All of these products are in their soft brown shade, and again, this does a really good job helping to add that kind of fluff and dimension. Onto the eyes, I'm using the Covergirl True Naked Nudes palette, and you'll see I'm using tape, which I don't normally do, but I am skipping liner today on my top lash line, so I wanted to add a little bit more definition. You obviously don't have to do that. Going in with the shade Fawn from the True Naked Nudes palette just adds a little bit of definition, kind of sets the look up, and then going in with the deeper matte shade to add some more definition on my outer corner. And if you are using tape, kind of blot it off on your hand before adding it to your face because you don't want to like rip off all of your foundation. Then I'm moving back to the blush I put on my cheeks, but I'm actually putting it on my eyes. And because I'm using a denser brush, you can see it is definitely coming out more pigmented. I would not want this much purple on my cheeks, but I love how it really warms up the look. And then I'm going in to the Covergirl True Naked Jewels palette, and I'm using the gold in here. The gold is beautiful. Packing it on with my fingers just towards the kind of inner third of my eye, and then adding back in some more of the blush to kind of keep the look a little bit more diffused and looking really nice and blended. In with the Covergirl Katy Cat Eye Pencil in the shade Matte Midnight. I'm not going to show you much of this because it's horrible to watch. This is in the shade Matte Midnight, and all the shades will be listed down below that I'm showing. And from the True Naked Jewels palette, I'm running the shade Amethyst along my lower lash line to punch up the look of purple. And sort of smoking it out and adding a little bit more diffusion with that blush again and bringing it up to meet my upper eyelid. Now to the star of the show, the brand new Covergirl Peacock Flare Mascara. As you may know, I have worn false lashes maybe 5 times in my life, so I heavily depend on mascara. I'm a complete mascara junkie. So this mascara is really nice because it has a plastic brush and it has kind of short and long bristles that helps to grab every single lash, and then that will of course help to separate and have minimal clumping. Super black formula. You'll see it as I'm applying it to my lashes now, and I have no issues with smudging or transferring. And I'm kind of wiggling it from the base to the top of my lashes, and when you get in at the base, it really helps to thicken the lash line, and then when you get along the top, it will of course make your lashes look much longer if you really get to the tip.
And then you can kind of use the ends of the brush like I am there on the out and inside of the lashes to really make your lash line look as long as possible. So here you can see the final look versus my bare lashes. And then of course I have to even it up, so I'm gonna go to the other side. And here is the final look, super fanned out and full. Back to my face, and in the spirit of using a blush as an eyeshadow, I'm using an eyeshadow as a highlight. I've mentioned this before, but the gold in the True Naked Jewels palette makes a phenomenal highlight. No glitter, just a super intense glow. I'm using a fan brush because it's kind of wedged between a black and a green, which makes a much less cute highlight, but it is a great shade on its own. For my lips, I'm using the Covergirl Melting Pouts in the shade Raspberry Jelly and Gelful. Kind of doing an ombre lip there with Raspberry Jelly, and if you'd like to see all of these shades in a more full review, I will link to my full review down below. Then using Gelful in the middle, which is a little bit more of a peachy shade. You can wear these more full on and they're super glossy, or you can kind of pat it out on your lips like I am, and I really like these two shades blended together. Here is the finished look, a little bit of slow-mo cheesin', and I'm just so happy with how this look came out. And you can really wear kind of whatever lip you want with this. I wanted to go a little bit lighter, but it would be great with a deep lip too.
I hope you enjoyed this makeup look. Be sure to let me know if you ever use your makeup for a different purpose than it's intended for. I've been kind of obsessed with doing it lately. Also, be sure to check out the brand new CoverGirl Peacock Flare Mascara. As I always say with new drugstore launches, if you don't see it immediately on the display, be sure to check the new release section, or it may be off in its own kind of side display. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat at SamanthaJaneYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!